Hello, 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 Creative Tartanites. Let me just bring my mic round just in case. Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? Hello, Mona. How are you feeling today? I hope you're well. Today, I thought that this is probably a feeling that a lot of painters have. And that is they have that feeling of, I really want to paint today, but I don't know what to paint. Now, I quite often get this feeling, and there are a number of different things that I will do in order to kickstart a painting. And so, because I was wanting to go live today and I really didn't know what to paint today, I thought it would make an excellent opportunity to yet again demonstrate. Hello, Madonna. Hello, how are you? I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to demonstrate again that, we as painters, we can have these thoughts of, I really want to paint, but I don't know what to paint. So that's kind of the plan. I have no idea of the color palette I want to use. I've literally just gessoed this canvas here. And I have no idea what I am going to paint or how I'm going to paint it. In fact, I've got gesso over me already, just there. So that's kind of the plan that I have today. Hello, Laura. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. So for those of you who are here on the live right now, hi. Any questions, please pop them in chat. If you have joined us on the replay, thank you very much for clicking on this video, and I hope that you will gain something out of this. And if you have any questions at all or whatsoever, don't be afraid to pause the video and put the comments in the your question in the comments. In fact, if you want to just keep listening to the video and put your question in the comments, you can do that too. But I'd love to hear from you. I love getting comments. I love hearing about you guys and what you're up to. So I look forward to reading your comments. Are there any questions, because obviously we're going live, are there any questions so far from the live crowd? Is there anything in particular that you think that you might want to see today? You've just seen me pop on the light. It's a little bit bright, but I'm hoping that it won't be as bright when it comes to me actually filming. So, okay, right. I also thought I would do something a little bit different today. I'm literally just going to start throwing some paint on the canvas. I say throw, I mean, with tools or whatever. Now, before I get lynched for doing this, I realized that this is something that the Art Sherpa does on her channel, and she puts in wishes into the canvas. But I thought I would put my own spin on it, because I know that I'm going to be putting feelings into my canvas. I wanted to ask you guys if there were any particular feelings that you thought might be appropriate to put on the canvas. Now, I have two implements here. I have my Stabilo All, and I have my Lyra Graphite rather large crayon. So I thought I would, I was going to add some words anyway, because that's what I quite often do. I will add words or scribbles or, just to kind of get the flow going. So I thought I'd ask you guys, seeing as how you're here, if there are any words that you feel that you would like to pop into this painting. So I'll give you a second to kind of think about that. Maybe what I will do while you're thinking about it is I will get the camera ready. If I can find, oh, there we go. Here, it's here. To make the mood for the painting. It could be, or it could just simply be you want to get rid of a mood and you would like it put into the painting so that the drama, as the art Sherpa would say, the drama is on the canvas and not in us. Just shout out a word. What's the first word that kind of comes to your mind? Right, Mona's got a word. Fabulous. Right, I'm just still, you chat amongst yourselves. Okay, yes, that's a very good word, Mona. Frustrated. Yes. And quite often we do feel frustrated. So let's see if I've got the camera in the right place yet. There we go. Just a little bit further back, I think. Oh, we're still needing to be a little bit further back. There we go. Now this is, a little frustrating because this keeps falling down as well. I'm usually a lot quicker at getting the right angle. I don't know what's up with me today. Nope. There. Actually, if I do that, there we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? And bring it back this way. Oh. There. Can everybody see okay? Does that? Right, so we're going to put, right, so I've got my canvas. I am going to frustrated. There we go. Any other words? Oh, it was frustrating. Sorry, Mona. Is frustrated okay? Anybody else got a word? I'm going to pop in well, I'm looking for inspiration. Oops, can't spell. Inspire. And I'm going to do that and see what happens. And I think I might just run my finger along it. Okay, so there we go. Any other words? Okay. So it sounds like that everybody's really in agreement that frustrated is a good word. And people are quite happy with that particular word on the canvas. So I think what I will do now then is I'm going to I'm going to use these. These are my Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2s. And I am going to use some of these to I'm going to ask the canvas. Oh, somebody's got a word. Acceptance. Okay. So I think I'll turn the canvas that way and pop in acceptance. There we go. And I'm going to turn it up that way, and I'm going to simply ask the canvas. What will I paint on you today? Now, I have no idea what's going to happen with this, but this should be interesting. Is there any other questions? Oh, that's okay. I forgive you for the yelling. Will be very interesting. Yes. Okay, so let's see what happens when we add a little bit of colour. Sorry, not colour, water. Now, there we go. That's giving us a good start, isn't it? Because it's giving us some colour. So we've got some interesting colours going on here. I'm really liking that olive green with that brown, actually. So you can see we've made a start. I like the kind of neutral colours, yes. I like neutral colours as well. But I also like a little bit of here's some yellow ochre, I think. Allow the creativity. Let's start to add in some blocks of colour here. Let's see where we go with this. Just pop these back in the box. And let's start to think about bringing in some colour. So we've got kind of neutrals. So let's see, we'll get some yellow ochre because I've used that. So already I've got some inspiration just from randomly picking some crayons. Maybe you guys can share in the comments the kinds of things that you do to find some inspiration. Oh, look at that. Look at that colour coming through now. So there we go. I like that. Giving us a nice pop of colour. And the reddy brown that I like, that's probably, now where is it? Come on. Might help if I could find it. There we are. Burnt sienna, I'm reckoning. I reckon that. If I can get the, as you can see, there we go. I'm using a cloth because otherwise these lids really dig into your fingers. So let's see what happens with this. Now bear in mind, just a reminder that this isn't anything in particular at the moment. We're trying to find something in the painting. Now, Mona is saying that she gets her inspiration from nature. Now, can you guys still hear me okay? Mona's, I get inspiration from nature, looking at sites like Pixabay, Pinterest, or looking at other artists. Madonna likes to walk in the woods and listen to music. They're the two things that she likes doing. Absolutely. They're really good things. It's things I like to do as well. So let's just add in we'll add in some of this. I wonder what colour I would get if I added those two together. Now I'm liking that a lot. And I think what I'll do is, as I'm going to add the colours to the side as well. And possibly along the top too. And if there comes across a colour that I need to add over the top, I will do that too. But I think I'll just use the two colours that I've got at the moment. Let's not complicate things. Let's keep it as simple as possible. Because I still haven't got a clue where this is going. And I'm actually not sure I want to know now, because this is quite exciting. So I'm just adding the colours like so. Let's go around the bottom as well. And of course now I've got it all over my hands, but that's the joy of painting. Right. Let's see. Laura says, whenever I'm out, I always find myself looking at the trees with their autumn colours. Yes, absolutely. I'm loving the autumn colours at the moment. Absolutely loving the autumn colours. There we go. So that's that done. I'm thinking maybe some more of that burnt sienna colour. Let me grab my titanium white because I'm feeling like we're needing to get just a little bit of variation of the tonal values. So let's see what we can get. Okay. Now that's interesting. Now, I've just had a thought. I'm actually going to use some gold. I've got two different shades of gold. I've got rich gold and I've got pale gold. So I'm going to add in some of that and see, again, just simply where it takes us. So here's some of the pale gold. So it's kind of like a and that's muddying up, but I don't care. Let's see where it goes. And I'm maybe just adding. Maybe start to introduce a few shapes even. So there's some of the pale gold. I think I might just add in some of this other gold. See where it takes me. Okay, that's interesting. So what happens when I add a bit of the titanium white to the gold? And I'm just adding it. I'm not really paying too much attention to it. And then I'm just introducing some white, some titanium white. So there, we're starting to really get some color pops. Now I'm going to grab one of my favorite colors and see what I can do with that. Now this is a Hobbycraft acrylic and it is a pale green. I have no idea whether it's going to go or not. If I don't like it, I'll paint over it. But I'm just wondering if perhaps a pop of colour might be good. Now let's just check the comments. Mona saying, I'm already kind of thinking of landscape painting with those colours, though I know Tanya will say she is not a landscape painter. Oh, I've just knocked camera. Sorry, guys. Awesome colour. Yes, that's what I'm kind of hoping. So let's see. It's still a little bit. There we go. I'm kind of liking that. I don't want to have too much of it. But I'm also wanting to fill the canvas. Because remember, I have no idea where I'm going with this. Maybe what I might do is I might grab this and I might do some scribbles again. And that is putting there we go. We're getting some texture as well in there. I think we'll kind of let it dry a bit and kind of take it from there. In fact, I think what I might do is I might do that, and I'm going to use my roller. Mona says it will be so cool to see how it will all look when it's finished. Yeah, my brayer, my roller. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the white. And then I might actually just dip it in the gold and see where that takes us. And then maybe a little bit of the oops. It might be starting to kind of look a little bit the muchness. So there's kind of, it's all over the place at the moment. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to add back in some of those browns. Now it's kind of muddying up a little bit, but that's okay. Right, just need to get a little bit more of the burnt sienna put out because I've ran out, because we're a bit unbalanced here. What did I do with the, there we are, burnt sienna. Oops. Oh, welcome back, Madonna. Is it better, Madonna? I hope it is. There's nothing worse than trying to watch something when it's buffering. Right, so there's a little bit more brown. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. And I'm thinking maybe, again, adding in some white just to make the pop of blue a little bit more random. Maybe do the same up here. So I think it's kind of coming along. I'm going to turn it round again, see if we can't balance it some more. In fact, I'm going to use, if I can get it out, I'm going to use that green colour again. See if I can't get some of the olive green back in. Right, we'll try that. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe add a little bit of white. So it's captured in the paint. Like so. I don't know if I'm making it better or worse, or but it's kind of getting there. Now we've got quite a dark bit down here. So I'm just going to kind of spread it about a bit. Maybe turn it around again. Because I do like that dark brown. So maybe it's not that I need to lessen it. Maybe I need to increase where I'm seeing it. And maybe I need to introduce a little bit more of the yellow ochre if I can find what I've done with it. Oh, there we go. So any thoughts so far? Madonna's saying it's much better now. That's great. I'm so glad. So there we go. We'll see about adding some more yellow ochre in. And maybe even a little bit more of the gold. And it's just about keeping going. Oh, sorry, I knocked it. Tumbleweeds. Those circles make you think of tumbleweeds, do they? Well, now I'm kind of I could keep going with this. I'm not sure whether I should or not. Just adding a little bit more of the blue, getting that real pop coming back again. I think I might actually try and do some greens, perhaps, of some description. Let's see what kind of green I can come up with. So I'm just putting out some phthalo green. Maybe some ultramarine blue and some yellow. Or I might just use the yellow ochre. Can you guys still see me? Because I think I'm mumbling. Why are you putting yourself in the corner? I like those colours. They look awesome together. Thank you. I'm kind of thinking that we've only just got the 3 circles, so maybe I might be looking to do some smaller circles as well as some larger circles. So we've got right. So again, you know, I'm adding things and then kind of taking them away in a sense. So let's see what kind of green I can find. Do we want the greens in? Perhaps not. Maybe a bit too because I'm just adding, taking away, adding, taking away. What might be a good idea to do at this moment in time is maybe put some white on my roller. And just roller some in. Just average out the busyness. So we're kind of back to a more kind of level playing field again. So I'm just kind of going with the circles. Oh, I'm quite liking that. Quite liking that indeed. And I might start to think about, well, what do I actually want to do with this painting? You know, where do I want to take it? Now, how are we doing for time? I've been on for 45 minutes. So Mona says that she's seeing the beginning of a round face. Laura thought the same thing. She saw Women's Anatomy. And everybody's having a giggle. Excellent. Oh, sorry, it knocked it again. Oh, hello, Chrissy. I really liked your live the other night. That was a lot of fun. Been boring. What's boring shopping? Is that food shopping? So you weren't shopping for art supplies then? So I'm really kind of liking this background. So I'm kind of wondering, well, where am I going to take this? So what I'm thinking is and I'm just going to start not really doing anything in particular. Starting to just kind of thinking about the placements of things. So maybe the bottom of the nose there, that's the darkness of the eyes. So I'm just starting to kind of, I'm not putting in any particular shape. I'm not thinking about any particular colors. I'm just adding. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe there might be a little bit of sort of dark down here. So it's kind of starting to sort of take shape. I'm just hinting at it. I'm going with the colours that we've already used. And I might actually start to introduce a little bit of the light gold at this part. So can you see it's starting to kind of pop out? I've not gone in and put in the shape of a face. I'm literally just using the colours that we already have. And I'm really kind of liking that. May strengthen this down here a little bit. Don't know what I feel about the green, but I'll give it a go and see what happens. That's interesting. I might just kind of mix it in to the background. I don't know. I may darken up the background. So what happens if I pop in a little bit of blue here? Yeah, I don't know if I like that or not, but hey ho. So, do you see where this is going, guys? I really didn't have a Scooby what I wanted to paint at all. And here we are. Chrissy's saying not keen on the dark. Yeah, well. I like a bit of honesty. But do you see where I'm going with this? This is not... this is not going in any particular direction. If I don't like it, I can change it. And if I really want to, because I quite like that dark, I'm starting to like it. Because I could make it go from dark to light. And if I really wanted to, I can get my white out again. And just, oh, wrong way. I can go over it. So nothing is ever permanent. And I may get some of the brown. And do that. The point I'm making is that nothing is ever permanent. Sometimes we need to just feel a painting, and if we're not feeling it, we can do what we like with it. Now this is now freeing me up to doing something different. And that's what this is about. It's really about showing you that it doesn't matter what we think of a painting. It doesn't matter if people tell us that they don't like it. It doesn't matter if our own thoughts tell us that it's no good. Because there is nothing in the world to stop us from changing it. And I think that's in fact, you know, I've just looked in the screen and, you know, it looks like this person's got ears. Look, Minnie Mouse. So really, it doesn't matter. It does not matter one iota. And that's the lesson I'm trying to... Oh, I keep moving that. Sorry, I'm going to move this cable because I keep knocking the cable. That's what keeps moving the camera. And so really, it's about just keeping going and going until we find, or until the painting itself comes out. And it really is about experimenting and just keeping going, not caring. Chrissy's saying, don't get me wrong, it's not that I didn't like it, I just preferred the way it was. No, it wasn't a dig at you, Chrissy. The lesson today is really about, you know, because we all have our own thoughts of, oh, don't like that. And I'm really wanting to try and encourage people to experiment and just let go. You know, quite often I'll be asked, you know, how can I paint looser? And, you know, people really want to experiment, but for some reason they're very, very afraid to experiment. And I'm just wanting to show people that they can. I mean, here's some purple. Now, purple's usually a very good shadow colour. And because we've put it in the face, we can put it on the edge as well, in the actual painting itself. Admittedly, it does kind of change the overall feel of the painting, but that's okay too. Is there any questions? Denise, hello there, Denise. How are you? Hello, Dina. How are you? Dina says this is an action painting, automatic painting, subconscious approach. Yes, absolutely. It is. And I'm deliberately trying to stay away from your typical skin tones as well, your skin colors, just as a way to kind of really encourage people to experiment in all sorts rather than just sticking to what is traditional. And it's more about the actual tones rather than the colors that make the painting. I'm going to pop some more of the gold out, I think. I've got the darker. I've got the lighter. And you know, at the end of the day, if this all goes horribly wrong, it goes horribly wrong. It's just a canvas. It's just some paint. And what I will have done is I will have learnt some lessons of, what potentially I mean, look at the size of the brush I'm using. It's a rather large brush. There's some of the darker gold. I'm just feeling it. I'm just going with what might pop that face out. And maybe that's the shoulder. This is gold. This is the dark gold. So you can see the painting still coming out. I think I might go with the kind of purple up here. And then I might try the darker gold. To try and keep it within the colours that we had. Don't know what I'm going to do about that. I may take the circle out. Don't know if that's working or not. Someone is saying, oh, love that face that's coming. Yeah, how is Muttley, Chrissy? Dina says, true, skin tone is all relative to the light it is viewed under. Absolutely. I think we're getting a bit too kind of yellow and bright in there. So what I might do is tone it down a little bit with some of the purple, and maybe even getting in some of the green. Because if you think about our faces, we have our eyes are sunken in. There's no getting away from that. That is what it is. That's where our eyes are. Mona says that she sees feathers. Okay. It is actually pretty beautiful. Oh, thank you. I think it's starting to get a little bit too samey. There's not enough contrast. So I want to start trying to get a little bit more shadows in. And maybe even just a little bit darker in the hair. I think that's too blue a pop. So I'll tone it down a bit with the green. So we're kind of getting a little bit more depth to the face. We might even just add in just a little bit more of the gold. Just to kind of bring it in there. Now I'm liking the idea of the circle, but it just feels right. So if we try and get the circles kind of so it doesn't look quite so, it's a bit glary there up here because of the light. Let me, in fact, I wonder if you just bear with me a second, I'll put the big light on. And let's see if I can kind of move that so it's lighting, but not. Oh, no, that's not working either. Ah. Right, can everybody still see? Right, any questions? I should stop now and sign it. Ooh, interesting. Because as much as I'm liking it in the screen, in reality, it's still not quite where I want it to be. So I'm really not wanting to stop just yet. Just still some things that need to get added, I feel. I think it's starting to kind of get to a little bit more of a a place that I want it to be. Now, let me get this a bit better, because I've just realised that one side is lower than the other. Which ordinarily would be probably fine, but oops. Right. Yeah, I think it's probably kind of getting to that stage where I'm happy with it. Adding a bit of pink into her. And I'm going to kind of highlight that's a bit too. There we go. Right. I've gone quiet because I'm thinking. That's all right, Mona. If you need to go, you need to go. I think I'm kind of at that place where I can probably stop it, actually. I think that's probably a good place to kind of stop anyway. Because I think I'm going to blur that line there and make it part of the side rather than it actually being There we go. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to really be bold, and I'm going to kind of deconstruct a little bit of what I've done on either side. Maybe just a little bit of white in there. There we go. That's that. Now I'm tempted to add some drips. Right, hang on. I take it, Mona, you meant the comment about agreeing that it should stop, that I should stop, that's fabulous where it is. Right. I'm going to just put a little bit of highlight there. Just do that a little bit there. Now, I'm going to really, really blow your minds, because I'm going to totally disregard everything that I've just done, and I'm going to do some drips. I have no idea whether it's going to add to it or distract from it, but I've got some transparent raw sienna here, and I am going to just finish it off. Once I've done these drips, I am going to be finished with her. And I'm going to start up here. And I'm going to drip. Now, I'm not sure I necessarily want it right down the middle of the face, right enough. But I might just add and I might just lighten that just a bit. Just there. And what I might do is get that to drip from there instead. So there we have it. I think I'm done. I think I'm going to dry that. I might leave it flat, but I'm done. Right, I think I'll pop it flat. There we go. Just so that it doesn't drip too much further, because I quite like it the way it actually is. So that's it. I'm done. Oh, hello, Rachel. Rachel says, you always go live when I can't watch. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. But you get to watch me for real. You actually get to watch me for real. Yes, it does almost look like a tear. So yeah, I mean, I had no agenda. I had no idea what I was going to paint. Let me just put the camera back so I can actually talk to you guys face to face. Here we go. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful, because what I really wanted to show you is let go. You know, it doesn't matter whether your head says, I don't like that, or you know, you're afraid that somebody else is not going to like it, or you're afraid you're not going to like it if you do it, because at the end of the day, you can get to a stage where you're not really happy with it, and yet you can still pull it out. You know, that painting went through several different. So there you can see it's gone through several different, you know, stages of liking and not liking, and you know, it's just getting some of the paint off my fingers there, because I don't really want to get it. I don't really want to get it all over my computer, or the mouse, because that's the hand that I'm going to be using the mouse with. Hello, Michael Ann, how are you? Mona says maybe she's crying because we human are destroying her. Well, who knows? Who knows? Is there any questions, any thoughts or concerns? Is this something that you now feel inspired to try? To deliberately just destroy a painting that you have and try again, or not so much try again, but just keep going. Thank you, Dina. I really appreciate you coming along to watch. It is high praise indeed that yourself and Chrissy, because you guys are both artists in your own right, and you come in and say hello, and I really appreciate it. It's very, very much appreciated. And I very much appreciate all the creatives that come in to watch, because you guys are artists in your own right too. You might be different types of artists, but you're still all artists. And, you know, whatever level of artist you are, you're still an artist. It really doesn't matter. You're creative, and that's what counts. Mona says, yes, indeed, I will try again because I am still not 100% happy with the painting I just finished. Denise says, yes, Tanya, I will try that looseness on one of my old paintings and be bold. I think what we need to be accepting of is when we become that bold, we are going to find that there are bits that we don't like. You know, we are going to notice things that we think, oh, that's too dark, or that's too light, or that's not the right color. But when we learn that that really doesn't matter, because we can go to that stage and bring it back out of that stage, it's really about accepting that we are going to make a mess. And Dina's saying, I feel like when we allow our unconscious to make the stroke, we are being genuine in our art, and it shows in the result. Yes. And, you know, I may have even got to the point where I just didn't like it at all or whatsoever. And actually, I might have been okay with that, because I could then go back to it another day and bring and tease some more of it out. We don't have to sit down and finish a painting in one sitting. My plan was not to finish this painting in this sitting. I was just simply going to see how far I can get along and then finish it off in a second live. It's purely coincidental that I managed to get it to a stage where I'm actually thinking that that's okay. And Mona's going because her son is giving you. That's absolutely fine, Mona. Thank you very much. I'm just saying cheerio anyway, so you're not going to miss anything. Thank you for being a wonderful moderator as always. And I'm just peeling off some paint off my skin. So take care, Mona. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. You are an awesome moderator. I noticed that you were sharing the group and sharing all sorts as we were going along and encouraging people to give me the thumbs up. So thank you. I think really, unless there is any other thoughts or concerns or you know, anything that you want to ask, then please, by all means, just take the time and ask me now. If not, then that's also equally fine. Because it's now 5 o'clock here. It'll be 6 o'clock in Sweden, where Mona is. So it's my tea time now too. Certainly doesn't look like there's any particular questions. I hope I haven't missed any questions. And if I have, my sincere apologies to anyone who is watching who has posed a question that I have missed. Denise says, go get your tea time, dear Tanya. Oh, thank you. Take care, everybody. Wonderful live stream, Tanya. Thank you, Dina. As I say, I really appreciate you coming in. It's a pleasure. And the painting that you see in the background here, that has been recorded, so that will soon be available to see on a time lapse on my channel. So I hope that you've all learned a little something of how to help you to let go and accept that you're going to make a mess. If we can accept that we're going to make a mess, but we know that we can get out of it, then that's when we can just feel free and paint how we want to paint. So thank you very, very much. Take care, everybody. And don't forget, look after your mental well-being. because nobody else can. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.